Alright, hello people. I'm doing this video because there's something on the screen I was looking at. I've, since I found out about my negative blood type 2 years ago, I've been on a search looking for males and females that are like me. It's easier to find males because we have the prefrontal ridge, and we have like really, you can't see it here, but hazel eyes that kind of change color. Um, what I've been doing is, it's been really difficult because people don't like you asking, do you know your blood type and blah, blah, blah. So it's been a journey of discovery. And, it hadn't been doing that well until I made a YouTube channel a few months ago on a suggestion of one of my brothers. He's O positive, but he understands. Paul has discernment. Um, he told me to do a channel, and then I started doing videos. I had to delete most of my videos. I can't say stuff that people are going to think is crazy. Like in the DSM manual and you can be committed if you truly believe in the flat earth. I can't say I believe in the flat earth. I find it intriguing, but I can't say I believe in it. So, oh, that's my mail or something. It's awful early. Uh, just hold on one sec. Then I can because what I found today, I found my first AB negative. Every woman I found, they're all B negative, and the men are almost all A negative that have brown hair and brown eyes. The negatives that have orange hair, green eyes are usually O negative. Hold on. Thank you. Yes, Merry Christmas to you too. So anyway, I'm A negative, okay? Apparently, my name's Joseph, but after the contact I had, I thought it was aliens, but I don't believe in aliens anymore. If anything, it's fallen. But I've also seen an angel, and what other people have seen angels, usually they're all RH negatives. Randy, and couple others. So anyway, I get the YouTube channel, okay? And I'm talking about RH negatives and how this is what I did before. I said all the world leaders are RH negatives, and I believe, because that's what they tell us, okay? And I believe they're being used by demons and disembodied spirits. I'm a Christian. I can believe these things, okay? It's my religion. It doesn't mean I believe, that there's demons walking around. If I should say such a thing, it could, yeah. Anyway, so in the last 2 months, I'm just going to say their initials, okay? K. Marie, and this person lives in Michigan. I thought this person was negative, and it turns out they're B negative, okay? Men are usually A negative if they look like me, and if it's all in the eyes, and like the features were darker skinned. And so, but I can tell RH negatives because they have high verbal fluency. They're usually really intelligent. I'm more of a savant now because I had a head injury a couple years back. But I still have moments, where the Holy Spirit's flowing through me. But I believe one of my missions is to find others like us. Because as soon as I found out my blood type, I found it out, get this, because my neighbor's daughter, she started telling me about the stuff in the sky, right? And all this stuff. And this was in 2014. And I experienced telepathy with her about 4 or 5 different topics. I've never had telepathy before that. So I'm like, why is this happening? And when I held her, I hugged her. It felt so good. Like, I don't know what it felt like coming home or something. I don't know, but it felt incredible. And I started researching, and God led me to discover that we might have RH negative blood. Okay, so I ordered these self-test kits on Amazon, and I test me, I'm A negative. I test her, she's B negative. And after that happened, we were attacked heavy spiritually through friends, family, and others, and she got spooked, and I don't talk to her anymore, okay? So that was but she's B negative, and I'll just say her name is D. I won't say anything else. So anyway, I continue searching, and I found a couple other men, an A negative, but he got, I'm about to open a package. It's only a 3-inch blade, legal. Just waving a knife around, hey man. But I found men and they're usually A negative, but if they have red hair and a red beard, they were O negative. And the O negative men were much more hostile towards me and my inquiry and kind of scared of me or something. So anyway, as far as I know, RH negatives, we're about 5 to 10% of the world population. Our numbers are overstated. I also do not longer believe that all the world leaders are RH negative because they don't look like it. And the only ones they would be is the O negatives. The O negatives, I've been told from A Maria in the last several days, are likely from the tribe of Cain. They had red hair, they would eat meat. And so anyway, I doing my channel, and within the first month, I had 4 different women whose names had Maria or Maria in their name, okay? And then when I talked to them, they told me their blood type, like K Marie, she didn't know her blood type, but she lived close, and we met, and then she tested her blood type, and yep, she was B negative, okay? And that was a month or 2 ago. She's younger, she's a New Ager, she doesn't believe in the biblical stuff, so right now I'm not really having communication with her, because it is biblical, and the New Age thing is just another deception. So anyway, I no longer believe, though, that all the world leaders are RH negative, and if they are, they're mainly O negative. And I'm not saying O negatives are bad, but they have the capability, some of them, to be bad, it would seem. But again, Johnny B made this point. He's from Australia. He's O negative. He's got O negative kids, too, and they blow out light bulbs, and that's the kind of stuff RH negatives do. And he definitely seems like a good person, and he got defensive, as he should, when I was speculating that RH negative and all the world leaders were evil because they were being used. Like, we're much more easy to use. I speculated back then, okay? Now, all the women kind of look the same. They all have dark features and dark eyes, and their eyes are different, like my eyes are. Like, in real life, our eyes are... There's like a depth to our eyes. Our eyes are very beautiful too, usually. And anyway, so all the women, like K Maria, L Marie, A Maria too. There's 2 A Marias, and so I kept meeting them, and how I would find out if a woman is RH negative, have you had any children? When I'm talking to them in my comments, and like, yeah. I'm like, when you had your children, did you have to get a shot for any of those children? And if the answer is yes, you are RH negative, because RH negative women, if the children is going to be positive, they have to take a RhoJam shot. And that shot will enable them to, because otherwise RH negative mothers will kill the baby within them. They'll reject it as a foreign body, the RH positive baby. The RH positive women don't do that to RH negative babies, though, so it's only RH negative women who have to take the shot during pregnancy if the child they're birthing or creating within them is not a RH negative child. Okay, so anyway, so I found, I'm not going to give their names or location, but I found women and all around the world, in the UK and America, all over the world, that are RH negative, and they almost all kind of look the same. Hold on. I'm getting so excited about this because I've been looking for us for 2 years, and this morning, this person, let me finish my other topic first. So anyway, all these women are B negative, and they all look the same, kind of, okay? And they all are awake. And they all, we all call each other brother and sister, usually right off the bat. So what that brings me to is, within the last few days, I met another one, an A Maria. I met her, and we talked for several hours. And she is the only person I've met who was RH negative that actually exceeds my understanding of it, too. She doesn't have as much understanding of the spiritual warfare and the beast system and how it manifests in all its different ways, but we all have a different level of understanding of these things. But her knowledge exceeded mine when it came to the RH negative. And she was telling me, in the Bible, Jesus was AB negative, okay? Joseph was A negative. Mary was B negative. And that's why and I had 4 RH negatives, independent of one another, ask me in the comments section, do you think it's possible that we are descendants of Jesus Christ? Because I've heard, I don't know, it's just weird. 4 different RH negatives asked me that in a 3 week period, okay? And it was like, that kind of thing could go to your head. And I'm not saying I'm Jesus or I can walk on water or anything like that, or any of you are. But what if that's what's happening here, that we are the descendants, and for some reason I've only wanted to seek out like B negative, well, RH negative in general women, but especially B negative. And then I met this woman a few days ago who's a B negative, and she's been seeking out A negative men, and because if I had a partner who was B negative and we had a child, it would be AB negative. And I don't believe Barack Obama's AB negative. I think that's a lie. Finally, to my present point, so all the world leaders and presidents, I don't believe they're all negative. And if they are, some of them are that are O negative, but that doesn't mean all O negatives are bad either, okay? I had to relaunch my channel, and this is just for entertainment purposes only. I'm just speculating here. I'm a man of God, a Christian. I do my best. I was forced to be a Christian by God, and I say that because every time I didn't listen, bad things kept happening. And look, anyway, so earlier today, I read this post, and it's like on Jeff P's channel, and this person is saying, this thing in the sky, what you're seeing, it's all deception. It's not a sun simulator. It's not this, it's not that, it's not the other, right? And I've been thinking that for a while too, and I totally agree with her. And I read that comment. I didn't know who it was, but it turns out it was this woman who was like one of the first channels I subscribed to last year when I started this journey on YouTube. And like her face, her eyes, her hair, there's something about her. But when I first checked her out last year, she would talk about portals in the sky and all this weird stuff. And I, at that time, was more of a scientific investigator of this whole thing. And I kind of thought she was a little, loopy, all right? And I feel bad for having thought that, because after I didn't know it was her though, so I see this post, but she had a different name than she used to. I think it was like her name was Gilly before. And she had a different post today. I'm not going to say her name, but so I didn't know it was her that wrote it, okay? And it's this huge comment. And I'm like, whoa, this is exactly what I'm feeling right now, okay? The exact same thing. And then I look at the picture, I'm like, whoa, that's her. That's her from before. And I'm like, I wonder if her middle name's Maria, because I'm just so focused on that pattern that keeps happening. So I read a long message asking her this stuff, and she's like, no, I'm actually AB positive, And I was like, well, you're still exceptionally rare, but she looks like a B negative woman. That's why I asked her that. She looks kind of like me, because when this Holy Blood, Holy Grail theory, we're the descendants. And so if she has AB negative blood, that's why she is so way ahead of everybody else on this. Like, it's taken me so long, and I feel bad because I'm one of the people that should have listened to her. But I should have. I didn't know, but I've been searching, and I've probably asked, 20, 30 people in the last couple of years. Tried to find out their blood type, and it's been hard, guys. It's not an easy thing to do. And my idea is to bring us all together in some capacity so we can all like pray on the same things, and we can all kind of coordinate our mission. So I figured my mission is to get the band back together, basically, right? So I thought she was B negative, and she's like, no, I may be positive. I'm like, and then I just was like deleting my comment that I made before because I didn't want to derail her whole thread on the YouTube page. But I completely agreed that I don't think it's the solar simulator, the solar sail, the planet, because call me crazy, but I don't know if planets are even real. I know we are, but anything beyond that, no way, because everything's been so much deception, and people think I can't even talk about this too deeply anyway, but just, I'm pretty much lock and stepped with your views. So, she's, AB negative, though. She's like, whoa, I just checked my, I don't want to be too, she just found out, she was like, oh, I was wrong, I'm actually AB negative. I was like, no way. I'm like, no idea, you're the first AB negative I've met, and there's something about her and the way she looks that, at first I thought I was just attracted to her when I first saw her, and that was part of why I subscribed to her channel. But the thing is, when we see that, feel that Holy Spirit, Jesus love in another, it'll manifest as a physical attraction oftentimes because we don't know how to express it, okay? I just thought she was beautiful, and I couldn't figure out why. I mean, she didn't seem extraordinarily attractive or anything, but I just felt like she was beautiful. So right now, I've learned so much in the last few days about Joseph from the Bible being A negative, Mary from the Bible being B negative, and Jesus being AB negative, and his ancestors, his children, his progeny, his distant ancestors are either A negative or B negative. But the AB negative is so rare. There's probably, on the whole entire earth, there's probably, I don't know, thousands of AB negatives. I'd say probably like 50,000 maybe, because I don't trust everything. And AB negatives will look kind of like I do, or kind of like B negative women do. Because men are the A negative, okay? You get it? Men is A, women are B, okay? So the A descendant and the B descendant. That's why, like, when I meet a new one, like Kay Maria, we call each other brother, and she called me like brother right away, because we are brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? As are all the other people. We are at a higher level. And I kind of am glad now that I had to delete my channel and all my comments, because they have software they use where they can scan all the social media stuff, and it might have caused me to have to be stuck in the B system longer than I would have liked, because I had videos up and I was just talking freely like I'd like to, I think I could do in this world, but I can't do that anymore. But anyway, so everything's awesome though. I'm so geeked because there was something about her, a warmth to her face, and she was smiling, and her eyes and her hair, and it was just symmetrical. And she was always saying all this stuff though that I didn't believe. I'm like, I think she's kind of crazy, you know? And then I feel bad for thinking that, because I didn't know back then. It was only a year ago. But I've learned so much more. And when I was talking to the A Maria I met the other day, I was talking to her, and she was telling me, right when she was telling me about this bloodline of Jesus, that it's like the, you know, what this book is about. I look up at this book, Holy Blood, Holy Grail, and it's about that theory that the descendants of Jesus are A negative and B negative, men and female respectively, most likely. And our numbers are very few, because most negatives are O negative. And so we're extremely rare. And we all have a common bond and a connection, and we all kind of look the same. Like if you look at Gilly's picture and you look at me right now, I mean, if you compare, we're very similar, except she doesn't have a beard. But anyway, she's AB negative though, and I don't think she has any reason to deceive me. And she's the first AB negative I've met. What makes so much sense to me, and most people aren't going to understand this, but all the stuff she was talking about I agree with now, and it was so far ahead of the curve. Like, I think she is probably really frustrated, because I bet you most people don't understand her. And I won't, make that mistake again, because I understand her, that she is, like, I've been want to be drawn to a B woman, so if we reproduce, we could have an AB negative child. And she is AB negative though, and that's why there's a blood connection to this, guys. Like, if you look at the amount of discernment, her discernment is way up here. She's AB negative, all right? Then my discernment's right down here, A negative, and most women, RH negatives, their discernment's B negative right here. Then you go down to the O negative women who have a pretty good discernment too. Then you hop over to AB positive, which is much lower discernment. Then A positive, much lower discernment. O positive, much lower discernment. You know what I'm saying? So she is within a very select group of people, and she's the first one I've met that's AB negative. It's like I can't believe it. And what it's reinforcing to me is that all these world leaders are not the blood types they say they are. Because when you have these blood types, you look like us. And that would make sense that we're descendant. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't go to my head. I'm just trying to get the truth out here. So, thank you very much for humoring me and responding to my comments. This is a really big thing for me, because my mission is to bring people to Jesus, but my mission is also to bring together the RH negatives, to connect us. And who knows what's possible. And I've learned so much in the last week from another RH negative who told me all the stuff, and she related it to the Bible. And it's really been amazing. And we're all very sensitive and similar. So I guess that's it. I don't want to make this too long, but I just wanted to tell the journey from the RH negative. And the O negatives are still fine. I'm just saying, in this theory, they're not descendant, though. They have red hair and green eyes. They're descendant from Cain, I think. But we are actually descended from, that bloodline, which, if you look at us, we all kind of have the same features. So, same eyes, same hair. And all of us seem to have really good discernment. And the AB negatives are like super discerning. Like, she has such good discernment. And the more I see her post, I less and less thought she was like crazy. I didn't think she was, you know what I'm saying? I just thought she was being deceived. Like, demons deceive people. And that's also still possible, but I don't think that's what's happening. I really think she's on it. Because that post she made today, I'm like, such a post does not come from an RH positive person. That's just the way it is, her comment. So I asked her, are you B negative? Because she looked B negative, but apparently AB negative looks just like B negative. I guess it makes sense. And so when they say getting washed in the blood, she literally has the same blood, AB negative, not of that was running in his veins, but she's AB negative. The blood runs through her, and it runs through us, the descendants, and that's why they can't attack us. They attack our friends, family, and loved ones, and they try to ensnare us in all these systems. So, anyway, I hope that's been informative. I'm so happy I finally found an AB negative. I never even thought I would find one because that's how rare they are. So, okay. God bless you. Keep tuned to my channel. I'm doing a different thing now, and eventually I'll launch another channel where I can speak more freely. But until I'm done with all my stuff, my entanglements and the beast system, I cannot make bold claims saying like the earth isn't. I can't even go there. So, all right. God bless you. Out.